Nice.
We're making the executive decisions.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
So, all right. So let's start with the coach basics. So Shane just posted a video from Kim.
Okay.
I watched it. It's about 10 minutes. I'll just summarize it for you. Basically, he's rolling this all out. So those posts in the leader page for Wild Impact is the participant guide, the leader guide, and then the hey gorgeous from Hawaii, and then the post
guide, right?
Yep. So the post guide. So we're just rolling with what we've had, which I think is a good idea.
Okay.
My thought is this, and tell me what you think. What he's saying is he's got a launch part 1 and a launch part 2.
Okay.
So all those people who didn't really kind of didn't hit the stride for the 10-day post.
Right.
There's like, and I don't know exactly how many. I want to take a look at it. There's like this secondary piece to it.
Okay.
And then there's the emerald part that we're rolling now. So,
okay.
Here's my thinking. I don't think we should give people weekends off because this needs to be a consistency thing, kind of like your exercise, right? So if you happen to take a Sunday off and you miss the Sunday post, well, then you just do it on Monday. I know for me, when I was building, I really needed to catch up on everything on the weekend, right? Because I'm working full time. So if I missed something during the week, I actually needed Saturday and Sunday. So to not have post that day. So that's my thought, is to just make them consistent every day.
Yeah.
Start it on the first of every month, no matter what day of week that is. It might be a Thursday, whatever it is. It's the first of the month. We're starting a new habit, which is how to be a Beachbody coach.
Yeah.
And the first 10 days we roll, and then the 11th of every month we start the emerald part.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't want to wait too long is because if the goal for some people, and now, everybody might not roll into that, but if we want to help people hit emeralds by the end of their first month, or at least first month of training, right?
Yeah.
If we push too much space or we wait too long, then they're not going to hit emerald by the last Wednesday of the month.
Right. Okay.
So I'm thinking that for September, we roll it, September 1st, we start the 10-day launch, whatever the new one is. It matters to me, but we'll use the new posts.
Yeah.
And then so that's on a Tuesday. And then on the 11th, which happens to be a Friday, we start the next 12 days, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which basically brings them to the 22nd. And September is awesome because the last Wednesday of the month is actually the 30th, which is the last day of the month. Okay. But that also then gives them a whole nother week to promote to Emerald. And, if we need to take a couple of days, but I'm just really, what do you guys think about that? What do you think about rolling, at least trying September like that?
I mean, I think this is too much with both of them starting at the same day.
Yes.
Shoot myself in face, please. So, and it's just confusing. I don't think they, if they moved, great. If they didn't, they're, it was just too much. And, maybe it won't be going forward, but yeah, we probably should have not done that. But, we live, we learn. But I think if we can get get it, like you said, get them somewhere in between those two things. Yeah. That second launch thing, give them a little more time and then start the other one. So you're thinking start the emerald phase what day then?
On the 11th.
On the 11th.
I think that's great because say if someone isn't ready, say if they do the first 10 days, they have an option of, say they have that whole week to work on emerald. They don't hit it, they can still continue on the first still, right? Still try to keep warm themselves up so they're comfortable. And then when they're ready, they have another week to transfer over to the 11th. I think that's great. To be honest, I was literally confused about this whole Coach Basics thing until this afternoon.
Okay. And that's right. I think we're learning as a team. Yeah. It's totally okay.
I honestly think that's a great idea.
So the second phase, though, is different from are there 3 things now that we're looking at?
Well, I need to figure out a little bit more. I want to look at the actual posts about this secondary launch part that he's talking about.
Right.
It's basically like how we felt when we left this first 10-day after summit. Not to mention we were all like, "What? I can't do one more thing."
Right.
I think it was also we felt like they maybe needed a little bit more time. So it's possible that we just extend. So this is the one possibility that we extend the 10-day launch. We extend the launch phase to like a secondary launch phase.
Yeah.
And we keep people who maybe don't get that one challenge pack sale and they don't get those 3 free customers. They stay in the launch phase and they've got some posts to keep them engaged. And maybe we figure out one leader that stays with them for that few days.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm now that's kind of like another thing thrown in. I figured we'll just figure out the first 2.
Yeah.
Kind of what we're looking at now, and then take a look at those posts that they're looking at doing at the second launch phase piece.
Okay.
Because I don't understand it. Maybe it's just because we haven't done it, we haven't seen them. But so that's that's kind of an aside. Maybe we can all look at that before our next call and take a look at that second launch and figure out what we're going to do with it, what you guys all think about it. But at least
I know what you're not telling me is that we're not using these fucking Hootsuite posts that I put together and Tina did.
Well, no, I'm not saying that at all.
All right.
You didn't hear, Kristin, there's a new one that we're using now.
Well, I'm totally fine using those. I don't know if they're all exactly the same. And from the video I just saw from Kim, what he said was it's going to go to editing and they're going to try to shorten some of his wordiness.
Oh,
So,
well, tell them I already did that if they want it. It's all set. Me and Tina have it fucking hooked up, so don't worry.
So I don't have any problem using what we have, quite frankly.
All right.
Posts are good, but take a look at what we have now versus what the final version looks like now, and are there vast differences between the two? What's going on between them? I don't know that they're so important that we use something else. I don't care. Quite frankly, it's the material more so than anything else. So that is for Coach Basics. So I think we've got a plan for Coach Basics, and then the launch phase, and then the Emerald phase for September.
So here's what I can do. I think I can commit to doing is while we're running this Emerald phase, what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start to condense these posts with people's videos.
Okay.
Like for the Emerald phase or whatever.
Yeah.
And then kind of do what we did with this one. And just shorten the post so that we can schedule them, and also just add the YouTube links. Yeah. And then they'll just be all set to go for the next time, because I'll probably be a little out of commission for a bit. But I can do that while this is running.
Okay.
Instead of, after the fact, and figure it out so that you can schedule them.
Okay.
If not for, for September.
Okay. So you take a look at the new version and let me know what you think about. Yeah. I am fine delegating that to you, and whatever your best judgment is fine by me.
It's not all of them, I'll do it for the Emerald one that we're running right now, because I can tell you right now they're already going to be too long, but we can do that, and I'll put the YouTube links in that document so that you guys can just copy and paste them. So, all right, and then I'll look at the new section, whatever the new
stuff is. Okay. All right. So that's for the training. Now the question is, do we want to run an Emerald to Diamond in September as well, since we've had some time now between, the one that Tina and I ran for 30 days, and I do have a new success partner that I'm working with, Tim, who's from Lou's team. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I put Lou in, and he's got like 2 of his coaches. He's like such a homeless person.
Lou, I I feel so bad. Why doesn't he just work with us?
Well, and I knew you guys would be fine with it, but I was like, of course you can, of course you can have your 2 people in with us, especially because the minute we ask him to do anything for us, he'll be like, okay. So
yeah, totally.
So I'm totally fine with that, and I hoped everybody would be, and I knew we would be as a team, so
yeah,
I was comfortable making that executive decision. So I am working with Tim, who's one of his star diamonds. We're kind of success partners and we're budding up. And so we had said, I felt like I did want to run an emerald to diamond. The question is, do we do that in September? Tina, what are your thoughts about that? You're muted because you're riding in a car, but what are your thoughts?
I just feel like there's so much going on right now that it's almost too much to do right now.
Okay.
I would, just because of what's going on and all the new products.
Yeah, you're breaking up, babe. But I did hear what you're saying, which I know it's okay. Just saying there's so much going on right now between the cup and the, do we want to just solidify our Coach Basics launch and Emerald and then figure out maybe Emerald to Diamond for October? Give us a solid 2 months to kind of formulate a plan.
And then you'll have more emeralds too.
Yeah. And then do we buddy up with Lou and his coaches to run an emerald phase like that? So, all right. So let's table the emerald to diamond because I'm getting a general consensus that we're all like, whoa, let's wait till October. I'm totally
any or all of his coaches are welcome to copy and paste with me any day of the week if they would like.
Good. Sounds good. I might say maybe we grab Sam, who's one of Tim's coaches, who's a diamond under Tim, to say, all right, let's buddy up and let's work on this together. So I'll talk to Tim about that this week. And then we can, maybe we run it as a bigger, I don't mind inviting other coaches with the understanding that I love how we're running it. I love how it's all of us. I love how it's not just the Tammy show. It's not just the Tina show. It's all of us. And I think it's going to take time, just like anything that we're building, guys. It takes time. I mean, I'm watching the Monday night calls, which started as a new coach call. Now I'm just kind of switching them over to it's an every week team call. And I'm trying to focus on things that I think everybody would benefit from, obviously, and not do a lot of team speakers. But I'm definitely, when I see the diamonds are on, I'm like, hey, Liz, what do you think about this? Is there something else that I'm missing? And I do want to hear from you guys. I don't, yes, I'm leading the call for the team, but I don't want it to be the Tammy show at all. That's not what I want. We're a way bigger team than that. So I think that it's the same thing that's going to happen with Coach Basics. I think if we set the expectations of what they need, I know for myself, I don't want to micromanage people, but I do want to make sure that they know what's going on. I think sometimes they're a little lost. I think they wait for it to come up in their news feed, right? They're like coasting. So I think that's what's happening, and people don't know that they actually need to go to the group page every day and actually check in and do the homework. So I'll be reaching out to those coaches of mine that I haven't heard from or haven't seen, because I'm like, what's going on today? Now we're in Emerald phase, and we should have a lot more participation than that. And they're kind of like, and we might just have lost some, and that's okay. That's why we're going to run it again in September. But I think that momentum, that consistency of us doing it repeatedly, not only, if Liz is lost, then of course our coaches are lost. They're confused. And it's going to take us all a little bit of time to kind of grasp this new system, this new training system. So
do you think that,
can I say one thing?
Yeah.
The thing I was confused about, and I don't know if anybody even made a post about it, but I didn't know. I know that we kind of talked about it, but I actually didn't know that they weren't going to be allowed to post on the page, that they had to post in the comment section. So to be honest, I didn't. So today, as you could see, I had to catch up on all those posts. I had to catch up on all those posts because I didn't even know that that's where everything was. So I'm like, I'm so confused.
Okay.
So maybe kind of nice if put a comment on there tonight and just say, guys, make sure you post in the comment thing, to get. I honestly didn't even know.
Okay.
So that was
I'll do a quick video tonight about, a couple of things. I think they're putting their shake and their workout in. Are they actually tagging you guys as their upline leaders on their page? I mean, I have a few, but not consistently, especially not the new people. So really talking about how important that is, and just that the reason why, because that's what I think was happening in that initial group that we did. They were posting in the group like it was a challenge group, as opposed to posting it on your page, then share it in. So I don't know, that's why I thought we would lock it down, so that they just wouldn't even have the opportunity to do that this time. And maybe that doesn't work. And I also don't want them to lose the day's post. I kind of felt like it was getting all a little crazy, and we can always pin the top. So as we go through this, we'll hammer out exactly how we want to formulate it, but I'll do a quick video, just kind of sharing that tonight for them.
It's a trial and error thing for everybody, I think, at this point, because you don't know until you run it, so.
Right. Okay. So, all right. Post on. So we'll have to make a decision on that. Post on the page or only in comments, as we move forward.
I mean, maybe we should have just given them a little bit more direction on the day one about that. It did end up in the comments on day one that you were posted. They were just to post in the comment section.
Right. But do they need more of an intro to that, and
right
more an explanation? Yeah, I think you guys are definitely right. They needed a more prep, and it was, I wasn't leading it. Like, I could have done a better job, like, getting us all organized. And, I shouldn't start training groups after I'm, like, on vacation. Like, hello.
Yeah, no.
Probably not a good idea. So lesson learned for Tammy.
Yeah.
We're only human.
Right.
And it's just us. So.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about continuing? I definitely think we want to continue the webinars. And I'm thinking the last Thursday of every month makes the most sense. Just to stay in line with what's going on Shane's team page, so that, if they want to join a bigger team call later on in the week, by all means, do it. I'm not pushing it a ton. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'll leave that to your discretion. I do think we want to share it in the page. I do think it's great for Emeralds and above to kind of encourage them. For me, when somebody hits Emerald, I'm telling them, obviously about this bigger team. I'm going to add you to that page now. So that's kind of where I'm asking them to step it up a little bit. But I'm really not encouraging it for new coaches. And again, I don't think we shouldn't share it on our team page, but I'm not like, get on. You know what I mean? Like, I think having much more topics that are geared towards Emeralds and above, people who are building. And our team call is definitely more of a generalized, like, okay, so get to coaching kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because of where our team is right now. We got a lot of new people, and I want to focus on them as opposed to, let Shane do that latter piece. So I'll keep doing. I'm going to work on new slides, just to update the programs, update the performance line. I'm going to add a slide in there about Liz for the month of August, and really want to focus on Liz for the month of August with, TJ and the military discount and how important that can be for families, the cost savings, what that's done for you and for your family after he's done so much for our country, what we then pay forward to the other, to military families. So that's kind of, I want to try to pick a focus every month as we go forward, so that we build this bank of all these, webinars. Basically, we can share targeted at different people's stories. So,
I do have one thing to say about that, though. How long do you expect that to be? Because what you just said is really kind of basically the sum of it all. There's not much to say, as much as I would love to talk about that, but there really isn't much to say about it, because, I mean, the only thing they don't have to pay is the $16. And that's kind of, which is great, which is nice, but there's no other benefits to kind of really talk about. So,
right. No, it doesn't. I don't think it needs to be long. I want to have a picture of you and TJ, obviously. I just want to kind of, like Tina, I don't know if you saw the replay. I just posted it. So you probably haven't. But the replay of Tina's, it was 35 minutes, because that's all the time I have on the and she literally talked for like 3 minutes about how being a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, how that fit in like being a Beachbody coach in with her, you know, with her already established job.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then maybe in I'm thinking in September, back to school, we feature Adria. You know, she works in the school system.
Perfect.
You know,
good. Yeah.
and, you know, just switch it up, because we are going to have different people that we're talking to and targeting. And, you know, somebody who's, you know, a guy, I'd like to get a guy on, you know, maybe we feature Lou once, you know, or Geronimo or somebody else, you know, on the team who's kind of coming up. So,
yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Sounds good.
All right, so, and I just threw that out about Adria, but I'll talk to her about featuring for September. And then
I can be the one with all the kids.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
You can what?
I can be the one with all the kids.
Let's do October. Kristin, you want to do October, like the end of October?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That'll give you some time, babies and 3 children under 4. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'm going to watch the sidelines and wish you very well.
Yeah. And see you later with my one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sneak peek. I want to maybe do our next leader call and talk more about the sneak peek and make a plan for that. Again, I think maybe I was shooting for September. I don't know if that makes sense. I think maybe just generating the interest around the webinar. I'm going to get an image together, generate some, 2 weeks before, get some people, not a week before. I don't think that's enough time. I think for our group, they may need like the 1st of September. Hey, everybody, like, we're doing this and we're going to just keep promoting it. So I don't know. What do you guys think about sneak peek?
I think we're taking a lot of new stuff on right now. I just feel like I want to perfect or like at least hone something before starting something else that needs to be a little bit trial and error. Like I love the targeted webinar idea. I think I really like that a lot. I think if you have like a certain kind of person that you're trying to recruit and you have a webinar that you can send them or invite them to, I think that's a really good idea. But let's like hone in this Coach Basics business a little bit and hone in the webinar thing, and then start something else.
Yeah, so maybe October.
Yeah.
So maybe October again for that. We can kind of start some 2 new things. We're doing the webinar, we're doing the Coach Basics this month and this last month. So let's see where we're at.
You can even do the sneak peek at the end of September. I definitely agree with Kristin, though. I think it's a lot to take on and to kind of get in the swing of the mojo and get a hang of it.
Yep. So I think we should maybe do a little bit better doing it with Wild Impact, since it's already running. They're seeing a bigger team. I don't know that it's not a good thing to share still. There's still a bunch of us that are part of those videos. It's a much bigger network. We can explain that to people that we're part of a really big supportive team. We have a smaller team. We do the sneak peek with 1,000, 2,000 coaches in our network. So it's a little bit bigger feel. I'll be brutally honest with you guys. I don't push it a lot. I had 1 person in this new one. So it's a tool I use. It's not my go-to. I haven't found that the sneak peek has really helped me significantly in recruiting, but that may very well be because I don't use it consistently. So because I'm not feeling it. I don't love it. Well,
I feel like it's like you're already kind of asking them to get involved with something that's going to be a financial investment. And now you're asking them to invest time for nothing, really. I mean, not for nothing, we know eventually, but it is, it's a commitment, and I don't know if a lot of people are there,
Yep.
I mean, I can pick 3 people that even just on our team that would have been good for, like Megan McManama, like that was, she'd already kind of known about coaching and was ready to go out of the gates, but I don't know who it's right for besides someone who's like in love with Beachbody already and is willing to do whatever.
Who's a business builder, who's like a runner.
Yeah, and already knows that's what they want to do, and knows that that's their direction with this, you know?
Right.
But I don't know. That's just my thought about it. But, and it's, you know, it's a time commitment, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
yep. And on the flip side, devil's advocate, in order to be a good coach, you know, they're going to have to give some level of commitment, you know,
Right.
some time.
Right.
Is that Birdie's mom? Is that Birdie's
Mom. Birdie's
mom? So
cute.
I had an idea that I kind of shared with Kristin that I'll share with you. Is for a sneak peek. Is what I kind of thought would be kind of a cool thing is like a how did I word it? Like a on the spot sneak peek. So like you can have people be on the sneak peek, but it's like an on the spot kind of thing. Like say if they have questions or thingies or, you know, ideas or comments or anything they want that they can just ask right then and there. So it's not like it's pre-recorded, it's live, it's right face to face. And we have nothing to hide, obviously. We have the facts, we know the proofs, we know everything. Right. So almost kind of like, I mean, but you had to probably be ready for like, oh, well, what's the, you know, difference between isogenics and Shakeology, blah, 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 kind of stuff. But I just thought that was kind of a good idea too, like an on the spot.
Like Q&A thing.
Q&A, there you go.
And you know what? I'm learning a lot about Periscope. Like that would be the perfect use of Periscope.
Is that?
It is crazy.
I just asked my husband about that last night. What is it?
Okay, what it is basically live streaming anything you want. So I can literally turn on Periscope right now, and it's basically reality TV, right? Okay, so it's like you're on. Like Lisa could be Periscoping her trip right now. Like look at that. By the way, hello, I want to be where you are. You know, just. That's what Periscope is. So like today, and then you can replay it. So your followers get to both watch you live and interact live, and then they can watch the playback.
How cool.
So I'm going to mess around with it. I'm going to start to promote it, and I need to kind of figure out my focus. Is like my target audience, like the overweight mom, and how you're going to modify and how you're going to kick your own ass and how every day is not going to be perfect and kind of like that feel. And so you got to kind of play to your niche. I mean, right. You've got an audience and it's another social media outlet. And you don't want to just be generic. That's not going to keep people. So I've been following Shalene because Shalene knows what the hell she's talking about when it comes to social media. Just period, end of story. The woman knows what she speaks of. So, so I'm just starting to delve into it, and it makes me nervous as hell. But I think I'm just going to have to do it and try it. But that might be a good way to do an on the spot, and promote it. Like, okay, on this particular Tuesday, the second Tuesday of every month, we're going to do a Ask Me Anything about being a Beachbody coach. And maybe it's, I do it one week and Kristin does it another week and Liz does it another week. Like maybe we do it once a week. I don't know. And we all rotate.
Just a 10-minute thing. You got 10 minutes. Go.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And then they write comments and it just goes up the screen. It's just like a feed. So you can basically read people's comments as they're coming in if they're asking questions, and then just speak right to them. So it's very interesting. I'm still learning. I'm very green about it, but it is totally the wave of what's happening. And you go to do your workout. Kristin could be doing, focusing on 9 months pregnancy, working out and staying healthy while you're about to give a birth to a baby. Like, and that's your focus. And so somebody did a whole talk today about, one of Shalene's friends, he had been given 18 months to live at a stage 3 stage 3 brain cancer, and it's been 6 years. And they basically said, fuck you, cancer, and moved on with life. And so, so just interesting stuff like that. And you want, obviously you want to make yourself interesting, right? That's similar to YouTube, but they're not, it's live. It's live, and I'm streaming right now. This is what I'm doing. So you could be at a concert and streaming, and your followers get an alert that you're on and you're streaming live. And then they go, ooh, I can watch you right now. I can watch what you're doing right now. So interesting. I'll keep you guys updated, and try it along with me.
So I shouldn't hit my children when I have it on.
Right. No, probably not. But I love that idea, Liz. I love that idea. What other ideas do you guys have? I mean, we're building and we're going crazy. This team is like exploding, and I freaking love it. But
so you heard my idea the other night, of which I shared with Kristin too, which we actually got from Alex Button when we had our one-on-one meetings. Our Zoom calls, make them fun, like a funny hat Zoom call. Yep. Cocktail hour Zoom call, like I said last night. Yep. Red lipstick Zoom call, something to make it fun and jazzy or whatever. Okay. So stuff like that I think is fun. That's another idea I had.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, let's you want to do, I think I said cocktail of some sort for this coming week. And this coming
one, make a 21-day fixed fixate recipe cocktail.
I love it. Yeah. Oh, I love that. All right, you post about that this coming week, and I'm going to start talking about it now. We're going to do, and I think it's Jessica Baker. I don't even know who coach she is. Is she or Lisa? Jessica Baker. I have to look. Somebody asked her about Instagram. It was you, Kristin. Is she?
Oh yeah, but Mandy. Yeah.
Mandy. She's freaking out, by the way.
Is she? Oh,
so nervous.
That's good. I want to kind of push her out of her comfort zone. And we'll I'll kind of do social media like 101.
Yeah.
Let her kind of do Instagram focus, and then if we have time, I'll do some Facebook focus again, just about like how to put a group in your favorites and why you do that, and how to turn notifications on and off for groups and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Because I think some people feel stupid asking those questions because they think they should know them, but they don't know them. And
I agree, and I don't want that. I keep saying on the Zooms, like, the only stupid question is a question you guys don't ask. I need to know. And I think we're really supportive. Like, when people post, like, something that should clearly be part of a challenge group, we're all like, hey, yay, way to go for you, and hey, can I help you get in a challenge group? I think we're doing a good job of that on the team page. So I think it's just a matter of reinforcing that with everybody. So, all right, so that's going to be this coming Monday. And then we'll keep talking in the leader page about the upcoming, make a plan. I'd like to try to maybe plan out the rest of this month's team calls and kind of go from there.
So what do you want me to post about for next week?
So post about, when you see me post about what's coming up for Monday, and like piggyback that and be like, all right, everybody's going to make a
fixate.
Yep. And then post about it, like post about it, fools, like, take a picture.
Oh, I'll do it all up.
Yeah, totally. Like, this is how, this is a suggestion. So I am actually going to take some pictures because somebody asked for some of them. I'm going to take some pictures and do that tonight, which just reminded me, of what they are. So we can grab them. You can grab them right off of the Facebook comment that I'm going to give her and then repost them.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yay, I love that. All right, so you're in charge of that from now on. The theme for our Zoom call is and all right, and we'll go from there. All right, I typed up some notes and I taped this so Lisa and Adria and Michele and Tina can watch this later on. I think we've got a good framework. I'm thinking we do this next Tuesday just to get on an every other week that's going to work better for Kristin's schedule, and do it at 8:30 if that works for you guys on an every other Tuesday at 8:30. I want to make it not too late, but not too early, like thinking about dinner. And I think there's no perfect time. I'm just trying to
because at night I'm home by myself and 8:30 is bedtime, but TJ has tonight off, which is, it's not always. So, whatever. My kids will be around, but they're used to it by now.
I know, right? Mommy has to work. Give me 30 minutes. And these will only be 30 minutes. Like, I like having them, like, we got to get in, get out, and get done.
Yeah, so anything's fine.
Okay. And Lisa, I so want to be where you are, and I love that you joined us.
I love that you're on a Zoom call.
I know. I freaking love you. Like, seriously, your commitment, girl. I had the time for that. I know. I love you guys as leaders. I could not do this without you. You mean the world to me. I don't want to do this alone. I have no desire to micromanage any of you. And I know you all know that I'm here for you anytime, day or night, but I love what we're creating and I really appreciate all of you. And I just thank you so much. I think I love what we're building together. So
I agree.
It's a cool group of people, there really is a cool mix of people. It makes it fun.
And we're here for you. And it's overwhelming, especially becoming a leader and doing all this shit and being a full-time mom and all alone. I can only imagine. I can't.
Yeah.
We're here for
job is like seriously like cramping my style at this point. I'm like 10 months, you can do it. Like I just it's hard.
It's a lot.
That's why I appreciate us all working together as one succinct team. I know you guys look to me to lead, and I want to lead. And as much as I want to lead you, I also want you to rise up and say, "I got this. I'm going to take that." Like just like what Kristin did with, "I got this for the Coach Basics." Like I so appreciate that. So we're going to get cut off, and I love you guys. So we'll do next Tuesday at 8:30 just to refresh what we talked about, and then kind of move forward and go from there. And Lisa, have a great vacation.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.